Hi everybody, it's me, Kathleen Byram, and I want to talk to you today about gift giving, particularly my habits when I'm gift giving and my history with that. What I'd like to start off with is when I was about 5 or 6 and I lived in Virginia in an apartment with my parents. There was a 7-Eleven right down the street. There was woods along that street, and my mother told me not to go down that street by myself. She didn't tell me. She may have told me she didn't want me to get hit by a car. So, one day, Mom told me in a hurry that if I would clean up my room real quick, I'd get $5. Now, I'm an old lady, and $5 was a lot back when, about 1970. That seemed like a lot to a 5-year-old in 1970. And so I got the job done, and I got my money. And guess what I did? I went outside, and the first thing I could think of to do was to ask people what they wanted me to get them. And that's what I did. I went around. I remember someone wanted a baseball. That sticks in my mind for some reason. I don't know why. And I don't remember the other things people wanted, but I headed on to the store thinking I'm going to buy my friends things. And guess what I did? I didn't go down the road that Mom said not to go down because I might get hit by a car. Guess where I went? I went through the woods like Little Red Riding Hood. Now, the good news is nothing happened to me that I remember. I assume nothing ever happened to me while I was there, but I don't remember anything bad happening. I just remember going down there, getting stuff, and then coming back. And then my parents finding out. And my grandmother was there for some reason, and I bet you the reason that my mother offered me $5 was because my grandmother was coming, and Mom didn't want her judging her for being a messy housekeeper by me having a room that was a pit. So my grandmother suggested to my father that I be spanked for that. Mom said, I told you not to go down there. And I said, you said not to go down the road because I'd get hit. I said, I went through the woods. I don't think I deserve to be punished for that. But that's neither here nor there. What I'm talking about today is my tendency to want to buy things for people. Another situation that happened years later, and years before this, was my partner had co-workers that were mutual friends of ours. And we'd been to see them several times, and I knew them and felt comfortable with them. And I did something very strange, according to my partner. He thought it was very strange. The lady of the couple had a wedding to go to, and she didn't have anything to wear, and she needed something that wasn't girly, because she wasn't a girly type. I told her she didn't have hardly any money to deal with. And I told her I would go look in the thrift shops and stuff like that and find her something. And she was fine with that. And so I went, and I lost control of the time, and I was not able to get her what she needed, and I was afraid that she was depending on me to bring something and that she was going to have nothing and not be able to go, and I was horrified, and I ended up buying her clothes. I ended up buying her a skirt and a top that were not girly, and I thought that they were appropriate for her. Now, they may have been. She might have found them fine. But I took them to her and I said, I lost track of time. I screwed up. I couldn't find anything. I panicked and I bought you something. I said, you don't have to pay me for this unless you just particularly feel the need to. You don't have to pay me back. And I said, this is from me as a gift. And I'm sorry that I couldn't do what I said I was going to do. Well, she was freaked out about it. And I guess they must have told my husband, or my partner at the time, and he was upset with me. This has to do with my gift giving and the way that I do gifts. I over-gift people. If I know someone, I like to buy them gifts. And if I meet someone new and I learn a lot about them quickly, then I tend to want to buy them stuff. And I don't know why I'm doing that. And it's going on 8 minutes now, which means this is going to take forever to download or upload or whatever you call it. I'm not tech savvy. So I should quit here. But if you have any thoughts about that or things that you would like to say about it, comment on it, put it down in the comments. If I have brought anything to mind to you that you'd like to talk about. Thank you for listening. I'm Kathleen Byram, author of Conversations with Donkey, A Bipolar Journey. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.